Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to go ahead and do another sit down chit chat, get ready with me, just kind of create an eyeshadow look, hang out and talk to you guys about my recent wedding anniversary celebration. There were some funny things that happened that I thought would be kind of funny to sit down and share with you guys. So if that sounds cool, then stick around because I'm about to get started. But before I do, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe because it really does help me out a lot and it is always greatly appreciated. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay, so hair is up and eyes are primed and I'm ready to get into it. I'm going to go ahead and play with these two palettes today from Pat McGrath. We got the Divine Rose 2 and I've got this little rose palette here. I like the mattes in this one. I like the mattes in that one too, but these are just kind of, I don't know. This one in particular is calling to me today, and actually, you know, this one too. So these, both of these, and then, you know, something that's in there. We're just going to make it happen. It's going to be great. I don't really have a thought out look that I'm going to go for. I just want to create something. So I want to play with those mattes and hop in and play with some of the shimmers in here because I got to be honest, guys. I know that I talked about this and how much I wanted it in a video. I was kind of low-key obsessing on it and I got my hands on it and I really just haven't used it enough. It's sitting there collecting dust. I'm starting to feel kind of guilty, so I thought, let me just go ahead and create a look with this palette today because, yeah, for the price, you really should be using it a lot more often, but at this point, it's more like a collection piece than anything else. But today I'm using it, and we're going to go ahead and chat about our anniversary celebration, which was fun and interesting. So let's get started. I'm just going to pick up this little matte shade here and start blending that sucker out. Yeah, cute. So we celebrated our 3rd year anniversary a couple days ago, and my husband had made a reservation to this place called Fleming's. I'd never been there before, but it's a really nice restaurant that is in Pasadena. And our reservation wasn't until like 6:30 or something like that. So we just basically, you know, spent the day together and hung out. He did go into work for a little bit because he had some things that he had to deal with, but he got home fairly early and I was glad for that. I was kind of hoping that he would have taken the whole day off, but you know, my husband's a general contractor and he is very busy. So it being a weekday, there were some things that he actually had to go and, you know, deal with so that can go ahead and have everything under control. It's just, you know, part of the job. It's just the way it is. So not that I didn't understand, it was just kind of like I wanted to selfishly spend the entire day and hang out with him. But he got home fairly early and we did have a lot of time to hang out, watch movies, spend time together, laugh together, and then we were gonna get ready and go have dinner. So he had gotten me a gift for our anniversary. We've gotten 2 really beautiful dresses from Free People, and you guys know that's like one of my favorite stores. I shop there often, and he'd gone in there like the night prior to our anniversary and he called me on the phone because he was trying to figure out where it was at. He wanted it to be a surprise, but he was having a little bit of an issue trying to find the place. And then, you know, we talked a little bit about, you know, sizes and all that other stuff, just, you know, getting an idea of what I might want. So I already knew he was going to grab me some stuff from there, but I didn't know exactly what it was. So he came home that night and he had these 2 really pretty dresses. And they had, you know, the little patterns and stuff on them, and the one in particular that he'd gotten for me, and I'll show you guys the other dress in a minute because I have that, but the one he'd gotten for me that he intended for me to wear for our night out, I went ahead and I tried it on, and it, you know, it's a pretty dress, but for some reason it was super tight in this area right here in the upper part of my stomach. It had a zipper on it, and I just couldn't zip the thing to save my life, and it was it just wasn't very forgiving. Albeit pretty, I could not zip the thing up, and it was my size. That was another thing that was kind of disheartening, is that it was actually my size, but it was just so small that it actually wasn't my size. Kind of confusing, but you know what I mean? It just didn't fit, and we were both trying to zip it up, and we were kind of laughing, but you know, that little part of me deep down inside that's like, oh God, since I quit smoking, which is great, I have gained so much weight, and it's like, it's uncomfortable. It's like, yeah, it's trying to readjust to a whole new me, and no matter what I seem to do, and maybe it has to do with like age and menopause and all that stuff, I just can't seem to get the freaking weight off. I've just been struggling with it. It's not like terrible, but I notice a difference, and when trying that dress on and not being able to zip it up, it kind of like reaffirmed that feeling of like, ugh, it's, you know, when you feel uncomfortable in your skin, it's a drag. It sucks, you know, it just is. And I can't say it any other way. It's not to be negative, but it's just the freaking truth. So it doesn't fit. And at the time, yeah, we're having a laugh about it. And even now I can laugh about it. But I had said, you know, okay, I'm going to go ahead and exchange it for something else because this just isn't going to do it. And yeah, it was fine because, you know, it gave me an excuse to shop. So that's not so terrible. So I took the dress and I returned it the next day and went ahead and I found something else that I'll show you guys here in a second that I really like. But I was talking to the girl and she had said that there were a lot of people that were having that same issue with the dress. So that made me feel a little bit better, that it was just made in a way that it was really just cutting people off right here under the chest area. And yeah, I wasn't the only one that was, you know, not able to fit into it or returning it or having to get a larger size than you would normally get. So that, yeah, that helped a lot. And I had already had a dress in mind. That's another thing too that was cool, because the dress in mind that I wanted was actually on sale. It was a lot less expensive. So with that, he got the balance recredited to his account. I also had the chance to get a couple other things on my own dime that I had wanted. So, you know, expect a haul because that's going to happen here pretty soon. So yeah, it gave me an excuse to go and do a little shopping, like I said, and I was totally down for that. Now I'm grabbing this purple that's in this palette here, the Rose 2. It's very rich, very pretty, and I do like this palette. I do. Oh, I don't reach for it enough. It just kind of sits back there, and I don't know. It's just kind of not grabbing it as much as I should. So yay for today. It's a beautiful shadow, though. I'm really stoked on it. I love purple, you guys know. It's my favorite color. So I did a little shopping there, and I got sidetracked for a second because I was like, wow, that's eyeshadow. So anyway, I bought a couple of other things and came home with this really nice dress. Moving forward to the night that we were going to go out, our anniversary evening, and I'm in here getting ready and doing my thing. And I had also gone over to Ulta and decided to get some press-on nails because I kind of toyed with the idea of maybe getting my nails done, but I didn't want to commit to a full set. And when Pat and I first got back together, I was getting my nails done all the time. I was working at the Palms, and it wasn't as difficult to keep, you know, my fake nails because I didn't do anything so aggressively with my hands. It was literally just putting plates on the table and, you know, doing that kind of thing. It didn't require the heavy lifting that I do with my current job. So I wasn't in danger of breaking a nail very often. And if you've ever had fake nails and you've pulled one of those suckers back, it is incredibly painful. So I'm not one to do it these days with my current job because I feel like I'm just going to run the risk of snapping a nail and having to endure that horrible pain. So I thought the press-on ones would be, you know, a pretty good solution to that. So I could have pretty nails and, you know, because I didn't have also the time to go ahead and get my nails and I had a bunch of things that I needed to do. So I didn't want to go and get them painted, this, that, and the other. It wasn't going to work for me time-wise. And I thought this is a great solution. I can have pretty nails for the evening out, but I don't have to deal with the commitment. Here's the thing. I have never used press-on nails. I just never have. I don't know, it just never seemed like anything I was really that interested in, and I would just go ahead if I wanted to get a full set and just have the nails for a while. And I also go through phases too, where I just have no interest in getting my nails done, period, because I can grow my natural nails on my own. It's not really a problem as long as I take care of them. They'll grow out and they'll be fine. But I thought this will be cool, you know, I don't have to commit. I can have it for the night. It'll look really pretty and it'll go nice with my outfit and I'll get all dolled up and feel glamorous for the evening and then away we go. So I'm in here and I get my face and everything's all done, hair's all done, and I'm dressed and I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and do the final top off of this gorgeous outfit. I'm gonna put my little fake nails on. I'll show you guys the nails in 1 second, but before I do, I kind of want to hop into this really pretty shimmer. I am in a quandary though, because the gold there on the end is gorgeous, the purple's gorgeous, this pinky one is really pretty. Trying to figure out what I want to do. So I think, let me see, I'm going to tap into the pink one and I'm going to tap the gold on top of it. So let's see how that, ooh, that's good. I'm good with that. So I'm putting on the nails and and they're really, really pretty. And I'm going to, yeah, maybe I should grab them right now so you guys can see them. Just for reference, while I'm in the midst of putting on my face, I may as well just show you what these nails look like. I should have grabbed them out of here before I started filming, but I don't know. When am I ever really prepared? So Yeah, let me see if I can find one of the, yeah, here we go. Okay, so you get these really pretty like ombre kind of nails here, and then you get like the accent ones to go with them, just so you guys can see what I was working with that night. So there's the little accent buddy. And you're only supposed to use, I think, like a couple of the accent nails, but I kind of went a little overboard. I think, you know, looking back, I did get a little crazy with the accent nails. I think I had 3 on each hand, and I think maybe like 1 or 2 would have been fine, and the rest with the ombre would have been, you know, really pretty. But I like sparkly things, so I just thought, you know, more is more, and I just went ahead and put more of the sparkly nails on, which, you know, is fine. You can do whatever the heck you want. It's not like it's a rule or anything like that, but it probably would have looked a lot better had I used more of the plain nails and then popped on a couple of the accent ones. So I'm popping those suckers on, and I immediately noticed that, and it's with the tape thing too, it gives you like that double-sided tape. And there's also a glue option. So I thought, I don't want to mess with the glue, I'll just do the tape. So not long after I popped them on, they start popping off. Mainly with the nails that I use, mainly with the fingers that I use most often, like this finger here and my thumb, and you know, they're popping off. And I'm thinking, okay, this might prove to be an issue. This one I'm using right now to go over the top of this, just to add that extra kind of wow factor. So I decided with the ones that were popping off to go ahead and use the crazy glue instead of the tape, thinking that it's going to work better, it's going to hold, it's not going to be a problem. So I get all the nails on, and they're looking cute, they're extra blingy and all that fun stuff, which is, you know, what I was wanting, all blinged up and ready to go, and we head out. So we get there, and it is a really nice place, and the service is impeccable, and we're having a great time. We're laughing our butts off, we're taking pictures, you know, we ordered dinner, and I wanted to get the lobster. I love lobster, but Pat had recommended that I get the sea bass, and I like sea bass too. It had a miso glaze, and that sounded wonderful to me. Miso glaze, I think right away of miso soup, which is like more of a savory kind of salty vibe as opposed to like the barbecue sweet side of things. I don't like sweet proteins. I'm not big on barbecue or anything like that, but it showed up and it had just exactly that. It was like a teriyaki kind of barbecue sweet taste. So that was kind of a bummer. It was, and I didn't want to send it back. I didn't want to be that girl. I was like, it's okay. The vegetables and a lot of other things that we had, like sides and stuff, were perfect. So the dinner, all in all, was fine. It's just that I wish I'd gone for the lobster because, you know, it wasn't really that good, and that we don't get out to do that kind of thing all the time. You know, it being the big occasion and the whatnot, it's kind of a bummer that I didn't really like the sea bass. It was just really sweet and kind of yucky, but that's not the point. It's not so much about the sea bass as to what was going on. So we're having a good time, you know, living our best life, having a bite to eat, and then I noticed that one of my nails is gone, and I look on the ground. And I see a nail there on the ground, and it was like, I think it was this one. It was one like this. It wasn't like the big blingy one. It was this one. So I tried to be discreet, and I, you know, to my boot, and I kind of put my foot in, and I kind of scooted it toward me so that hopefully no one would see that it was like in the pathway. It was like, you know, kind of a little embarrassing, but scooted it over, and then we continued on with dinner. And before I continue on with the story, it won't take long for you, but it might be a second for me. I'm gonna go ahead and spruce up the rest of my face. I'm gonna pop on some lashes because I like where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna do that really quick so we can continue on with the story. So bear with me. I'm also wanting to show you guys the dress and stuff that I got. So let me just get my full face on and I'll continue on with what happened next. This is the finished look, and we'll go ahead and talk a little bit more about this in just a moment, but I do want to tell you guys the rest of the story. Whether you've guessed or not already, here's what happened next. So after I tried to discreetly skirch my fallen nail with my shoe closer to myself so no one saw it, because somewhere in my mind I figured they're going to see this and realize that she walked in with 10 nails, now she has 5. I don't want anyone to see. I was feeling kind of like self-conscious, trying to like cover up, and I'm certain that was more a me thing than anything else. I'm pretty sure that people were focusing on, you know, servers are doing their job, everyone's having their dinner. Nobody really cares whether I'd lost a nail or not. That was like my thing. I was totally hyper focused on it, and I'm thinking, oh God, try and keep the rest of these on, try not to have any of them pop off, and I'm just going on about, you know, having my dinner, and then I realized another nail is missing. And I look down, and it's in my plate. Right there, just in front of me, sitting. in my plate. Thankfully, I was done with my dinner. I didn't want any more, so I tried to grab it, you know, hopefully no one's seeing, and try to put it back on, but I can't get it on because it's just no longer sticky. And I'm thinking, you know what, just forget it at this point. And I decided to go ahead and remove all of them. So I'm sitting there at the table and I'm just, you know, popping off these nails, and most of them are coming off pretty easily, except for the final nail, which was on my middle finger here, that just didn't want to budge, and it was one of the big, you know, accent nails, lots of bedazzling on it, so very noticeable. But you know, throughout the night I'm just trying to kind of like cover my hands and just be as discreet as possible, and you know, tuck my fallen nails into my handbag, and just basically thought, you know, never again. You know, lesson learned. I'm not going to do the press-on nails. I do have another packet of them, but maybe I'll send it to my sister, or I'll do it for, you know, a later giveaway. I know that my sister loves wearing these. She'll have them on for like the day, and then she'll pop them off. They stay on her. Even the ones I glued on, except for that one middle nail, they all came right off. So I don't know what the secret is. Maybe I did something wrong. I'm not sure. But in the moment, being there in the restaurant and having them, you know, start to fall off was kind of like, well, it was funny. It was also, it was like a little embarrassing, because I did feel like I didn't want anyone to, you know, notice the fact that I came out with these really pretty nails, and then all of a sudden they were like, you know, MIA. Aside from that, you know, we spent the entire night just laughing and having a great time, and then we ordered cheesecake at the end. And I'm not one for desserts. I'm more of like a savory, salty, spicy kind of individual. That's the kind of food that I really enjoy. But when it comes to desserts, I really do love cheesecake, and I don't really have it very often. So we did have that, and it had a beautiful caramel drizzle on it. Oh my God, it was like a slice of heaven. It was so, so delicious. So all in all, even though I didn't like the teriyaki fish and all that, I did enjoy dinner. It was nice, and I certainly enjoyed the company, because it was wonderful. We had a really great time, and we just make each other laugh all the time, and we were just busting up laughing. He wasn't laughing about, we didn't talk about the nails or anything like that. He can care less. I was the only one that was stressing on that, but so many other things were just so funny, and we were just really having fun, you know, living our best life, just doing our thing. So we came home and, you know, went to bed early because work the next day for my honey and all that other stuff. But I did want to show you guys the dress that he got me. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pop it up on the screen here so you guys can see. And yeah, it didn't work out, but that's okay, because here's what I got instead, which I think is really pretty. So let me grab that real quick. It was on sale too, so it was way less expensive than the one that he had picked out. And it's just this really pretty, like, summery kind of strappy dress, and it goes low in the back, and it's got this really cool, like, here's the bottom of it. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm trying to do this properly. Look at that. Look at the cut in that. It's so, so pretty. I love it. It's the whole boho chic thing that I really adore. It's very lightweight. I did wear a little slip deal under it, because it isn't exactly the most covering deal. In the right or wrong light, it could be very see-through. So I had a little thing under it, and I had my high boots with it, and it just looked really beautiful. I love this dress. I love the material, and it really did work out perfectly. I felt very pretty. The dress that he got me that I ended up keeping was this really pretty summer dress, and it's adorable. It's got kind of like the empire waist, and it's super cute how it ruches in around the chest area, and it just looks really frilly and pretty and girly. It's very long and also very see-through. You guys can't even see me, but sorry, I'm hiding behind my dress. It's very long, also very see-through, but it's more for like a beach kind of moment where you have your bathing suit on under it or something like that. Or you can do it with like a little slip, and it would be totally fine. I mean, it's a beautiful dress. It's very bright, and it's got, you know, the whole pattern thing going for it, which isn't something that I normally wear. I don't do a lot of patterny kind of dresses. I know that one has, the one that I got, this one has a bit of a pattern on it, but it's not very pattern-esque. It's very sparse. It's not like a lot of it, you know what I mean? Where this one has got a lot more going on. But I would definitely wear it to the beach. It's super cute, and it's, you know, again, very flowy and light, and I think it's going to be great for summer. So keeping it for that, and it fits. So there's that. And what I got for him was just something little. I wanted us to do, like, you know, something that was very subdued, because last year I got him, well, we bought each other furniture. I know that probably doesn't sound very romantic, but it's actually really cool, and I like it. But we did get a little more spendy last year, so I thought this year, you know, let's just kind of enjoy the moment, have fun, and just focus on that and not make it all the gifty thing. But he went out and he got me these wonderful dresses, and I got him, you know, something, again, it was simple, but, you know, nice and not too over the top. And I kind of like that, and it all worked out. And what I really love is just, you know, us. So if you guys didn't know the full story about us and you are curious, I do have a video on it, and I'll go ahead and link it up here somewhere in the description below. And it's from my Let's Be Friends series that I was doing, and yeah, it kind of talks about how, you know, we met, we reconnected, and after all the years and stuff like that. It's actually a really good story. So if you guys want to check that out, feel free to do so. It's a pretty decent video. I love the look. So let's circle back to that. I really do need to use that palette more often because it was expensive. It is a collector's deal for me too, so I guess it's not so terrible, but I would like to get more use out of it. I know I think I've said that before in other videos, but I really do need to like use it more often because it's beautiful. I love the color story. I love the shimmers in there, the extra pop, the transformative shadows are gorgeous, but yeah, I just don't grab it enough. I don't know why, because it really is very pretty, and I just need to remember that it's there, use it, you know, I can sheer out the shadows and not make such a dramatic, crazy look. I can do it to where it's a nice daytime look if I wanted to go that route. I'm sure I could make that happen. This is fun for, you know, the day. It is a little on the drama side, but, you know, I can wear it however I want. It's my face, so if I want to be dramatic at like 10 in the morning, I suppose that's totally fine. But I don't know, I've just been going for more of like my neutrals and that really great Viseart palette that Clara sent me. I find that I'm using that a lot more often. So maybe it's just a matter of like what I'm like leaning toward right now, and I'm sure I'll come back around. I don't know. But I need to. I gotta do something because that's like, what a waste. I don't want to waste it. But regardless, I really like how it turned out, and yeah, feeling pretty. So let me go ahead and get some stuff done, and yeah, go enjoy my day. And I'm glad that I got to sit down and talk to you guys and hang out with you, spend time with you, and just share the story with you, because I did think it was kind of funny. And yeah, no more press-ons for me. It's just I need to know, you know, what works for me in my wheelhouse and what doesn't, and that's definitely a doesn't. So anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope y'all are safe. I hope you are healthy. I hope you are happy. And as always, I hope you all have a beautiful day. Thanks. Bye.